What's going on, fam? Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I know you're having a wonderful day so far, and I hope you've been investing some time and learning more about who you are. And, why are you here on the planet this time? What's your purpose, your mission, your life path? What's your destiny? Yeah, and most importantly, who are you? You know what I'm saying? So it's all about leaving no stone unturned. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, guys, we're back with another presentation. And with every presentation, guys, I'm saying this from the heart. I want nothing but the best from each and every one of you. I want nothing but the best for each and every one of you. Everybody should be living their best life. Somehow, some way, we all been lied to on a mass level. And, I'm playing my part by providing some kind of, some form of continuity. I'm just sharing my experiences with you. There's no cookie cutter recipe to life, you know what I'm saying? But I went through some ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? So I don't mind sharing those with you, and I don't mind sharing the things that help me to level up in my life, because I don't like being stuck. And so when people lie to you a lot, you'll start to doing a lot of research like I did. So I got tired of being lied to. I like, you know what, that don't sound right. Let me research this and kind of find out these people don't have a clue what they're talking about, right? So with that being said, guys, my main intent is to provide tremendous value, because I'm using these universal principles, man. So I know the cause and effect for every little action that I'm doing, okay? So I want nothing but the best for each and every one of you. It's time to level up. You're not a child anymore. You're not children anymore. It's time to grow up, take responsibility and accountability for each and our lives. And now when we know better, we're going to do better. We're going to plant intentional seeds, and we're going to, we know that the same day we plant the seed isn't the same day we eat the fruit. However, with proper intention, we're going to plant some very intentional seeds, and we using that 80-20 rule. We know 20% of those causes are going to yield some kind of results, so we can use as a kind of like a case study, right? That way we can, make some little tweaks and correction as needed. I hope that makes sense so far. So investigate your life. That's all I'm saying. All right, so today, guys, it's all about spiritual awakening. Many of you guys going through, got your call to adventure, going through your own personal transformation and atonement process. The universe been lining up the right people, placing an event to support your growth, and you knew somehow this stuff is not adding up. I'm starting to ask a lot of questions, and I'm feeling a certain kind of way, hey, everything's connected. You know what I'm saying? I'm not separate from everything in my reality, but I've been taught that. Right, so you're on the right track, just like I was, okay, a long time ago. So with that being said, the universe is gonna line up people such as myself, sharing their ups and downs. It's not about believing. I don't want you to believe nothing I'm saying, but I experience all of this stuff I'm sharing with you, and I'm able to tap in higher spiritual knowledge because of my good behavior, right? All right, so it's like a report card. Earth is a school, all right, all seriousness. So with that being said, guys, each and every one of us, we got to grow through our own personal transformation and atonement process so we can get out of this, you know what I'm saying, and grow to the next version of ourselves. Each and every day, we need to be intentional, take responsibility and accountability for all of our actions, and we can, basically transform this whole landscape just by our thoughts, beliefs, words, emotions, and action. I hope that makes sense so far. All right. So basically, this is like a newcomer's orientation, because we have new soul, new spirits, new souls, new species on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And people just don't know. And when you hide information, you just don't know. You go around winging it. So part of my purpose is to give you a quick tune up so you can tune into yourself and give you some rules and guidelines that help me, and also our ancestors laid the foundation with this information. Okay. So there's nothing new under the sun. All I'm doing is taking all our ancient knowledge that I have access to. I'm taking these words and I'm painting the canvas and giving you pictures so you can use your intuition to follow along. I hope that makes sense. So that's why these pictures, you are so drawn to these images, because with these words and images, things start to make sense, or at least to your perspective, and you're able to do some research. Okay, it's all about piecing things together, but these are things from my perspective, and I know it will help you on your journey. All right, so with that being said, it's time to make peace with the mirror and watch your reflection change. All right, so stop being so hard on yourself, because when you can see me, you and me and you, we can work together. You know what I'm saying? So all I've been doing now, to each and every one of you, I've been giving you nothing but knowledge, freedom to walk in the path that I went through. I've been sharing my ups and downs, and also I've been showing you truly, how by my striving, my ups and downs, I went, along my path that leads to the stars. And that led to my own Christ consciousness, or the God within, so to speak. And I'm able to help a lot of people. And so a lot of you guys that are attracted to these presentations, you actually need a little help. You need a little push. And the universe sent me, say, hey, I got you. You know what I'm saying? But are you going to be open to receive the information? Simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication, okay? So our ancestor intended that, our experience here in this universe to be, simple, but pleasant and enlightening. I hope that makes sense, okay? So with that being said, that's from Tahuti Thoth Tres, right? Chris. All right, but most importantly, guys, on your journey, please study your life. All right, the unexamined life isn't worth living. Also study anatomy, astrology, and geometry. This is going to equal your continuity reference guide for yourself and your family. All right, so you can pass these things along, your experiences, not my experiences, but your experiences. That way you can have some kind of continuity with your family and pass these things along like we used to. All right, so you can get all the money, clothes, friends, all these toys, man. What does that mean when you don't know who you are? That's why knowledge of self is more important. And that what sent me down this path years ago. It took, losing a lot of family members, my mom, man, and that would really slap me into reality. I really had to take responsibility for my life. I couldn't point, the finger at nobody but myself when nobody is left. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, take responsibility. I couldn't, wait for nobody to come save me. I had to save myself. And if that person decided to come, I'd be like, man, what took you so long, right? You know what I'm saying? So most importantly, guys, you can't wait for nobody. You got to do it yourself, okay? So, learn these 7 Hermetic principles. If you need help with this, Ralph Smart on YouTube, he'll help walk you through these things. 7 Hermetic principles, Ralph Smart on YouTube, he'll walk you through them. There's a good side, not so good side to everything, but it's always a neutral ground, but always just balancing your polarity, okay? When things are not going so, well in your life, you can't be happy and sad at the same time frame. Flip the polarity. And a lot of times when things are not going well in your life, there's a lesson involved, okay? You can't ignore the lesson. You're going to keep repeating them things. Speaking of which, we're going to talk about that today, okay? Because I want to give you some additional cheat codes, okay? So with that being said, you got to exercise both your polarities here. You got your divine masculine feminine principle within you, what makes up the complete version of you. You know what I'm saying? So we've been preconditioned and programmed to exercise one principle, mostly, polarity, 80%, polarity on the masculine side. And you lack creativity and really being that nurturer like you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, balance yourself out, okay? I love you. I care about you. I value you. I appreciate you. I want nothing but the best for you. And also doing your research, also look into, Rashad Jamal, the University of Cosmic Intelligence on YouTube. Rashad Jamal, the University of Cosmic Intelligence on YouTube. This guy here, he's an old soul. He will take you through a quickening. You don't necessarily have to agree with everything he's saying, but be open to the information and see things from your perspective. Most importantly, do your research. Don't believe nothing the guy is saying, but listen to him. He's going to help you reference information, but he's going to also encourage you to do your research. But Rashad Jamal, University of Cosmic Intelligence on YouTube. So, I'm going to give you my key points and my takeaways, and I'm going to get you guys out of here, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So, with newcomers orientation, as always, Earth is a school. You come here to have this experience and then get out of here and go to the next step on your journey. You know what I'm saying? So our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons to gain that experience and knowledge for our soul growth. So if you've been doing the same thing over and over again, it's never too late to rewrite your story, but you got to start now. But with the right plans and the right tools in place, you have a solid foundation to build upon. That's why I'm laying all this stuff out, so you can have some kind of quick reference guys, so to get you going in the right direction, okay? And also you can just research behind me too, but these tools here will put you in the right direction where you need to be, especially when you want to tap into your heart chakra. That's all I want to say. But if you're tired of doing the same thing over and over again, you haven't been getting the results, it's by design, okay? So learn those 7 Hermetic principles. I promise it's going to take you far. Share your knowledge with people. Trust your own intuition. Everything matters. You can't get away with anything, okay? cause and effect. Follow your own biorhythm in life, okay? So when you get in the ebb and the flow of your own universe within you, you can make shit happen, okay? And most importantly, as you get your moolah in, you know, cause many of you guys gonna start, you know, getting some of your generational wealth coming in. Some of you guys may be losing some. So if you're losing some, you need to help more people. That means you haven't been helping more people. You've been taking away from people. So, or the people that's getting the money in, you need to make sure you help people. Help yourself first. Read Rich Dad Poor Dad, get the knowledge how to keep your money coming in for you, and then help people and help them to help themselves. I hope that makes sense. That's what it's all about, guys, without being long-winded here. But before you pay any bill, pay yourself 10% first. You know, you doing all the work, so don't give these people all your money, you know, and you don't have nothing left, you know, at the end, okay? And then you're gonna use that money to invest in yourself in the next asset in the future, okay? So remember, it's all about focus on high quality thought forms, you know, as you level up your Kundalini on your hero's journey, so you can, you know, so these different experiences, you know, can draw to you. But remember, you are just like a magnet. Most importantly, to keep that vibration going, you got to have fun, okay? Be the cause in your life instead of wait for the effect to happen. Create your own luck. Research everything, okay? So it's all about unity consciousness. This is the message from the universe, the source within you, because again, you are your own universe. Underneath all the layers again of you, we're nothing but stardust, okay? You are divine light being, your true self, you know, as above, so below. And you have that divine feminine principle within you, if you can see it right here. Okay, so everything is interconnected, masculine and feminine principle, okay? And so with that being said, before you incarnate on the earth plane, you got your destiny. It's all written in your star. It's all within you, your purpose, your talents, your strength, your weaknesses. And then before you incarnate on the earth plane, you have another assignment that you got to make sure to really balance yourself out. So if you don't even pay attention to like natal charts and stuff like that, if you just focus on just balancing these houses, you know, spiritual side, social, physical, mental, financial, you know, and family, which completes the whole version of you, it'll still put you in the right direction. Okay, before I got, you know, somewhat into like, you know, natal charts and stuff like that, you know, I was very intentional with this stuff, just deep within my nature. Okay, so whatever works for you, but I'm just saying, leave no stone unturned. Use your name, those numbers, the life path number, your natal chart. It'll take you far, okay? But while you're down here in this realm, you know, make sure you know your role, okay? You know, the mind is the teacher, the body is the student, the spirit is the test, okay? Everything is a test and a lesson down here. And again, you know, it's all about, you know, using your critical thinking, doing your own research. And it's about trading places right now, because, you know, you've been doing your research, all that hard work and energy you've been putting into all that research and learning new things is been paying off, right? So you in the process of creating your own game, and you've been investing to your own mental health, right? And so at the point right now, a lot of people that, you know, been doubting you, you know, they hating, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, hey, you can't hate the player, man, hate the game. I learned to create my own game, so I reversed engineered the game and to create my own game that serves me. I hope that makes sense. So the principle of truth are 7. We've been talking about this from day one. He or she who knows this, right? You know, these understandingly possess the magic key before whose touch all doors of the temple fly open. All right, so let's cover some of these 7 principles. These 7 principles, you know, 2 sides, right? So we got 1, mentalism. All is mental. Everything starts in the spiritual realm, the mental realm first before it manifests in the physical. Then we have principle correspondence here. Number 2, then we have vibration. You know, we live in a realm of nothing more than energy, frequency, and vibration. Been talking about that. We've been talking about polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and also gender, masculine and feminine principle, right? Down here, we have the 7 principles of Ma'at, right? Ma'at is an ancient system of morals and values that guided thought and behavior in the ancient Kemet or Egypt. It is also found in many other cultures in Africa as well. So if you really want to, you know, stay in balance, you know, just at the core level, it's all about truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order, and harmony. So let's talk. All right, number 1, truth is based on the fact, you know, based in fact with honesty, integrity. Justice is a state of fairness and lawful judgment, okay? Just being fair overall. Righteousness is a state of consistent excellent good conduct. 4, reciprocity. What goes around comes around. It's all about that cause and effect. Balance. 5 is an equal distribution of weight. All right, are you staying balanced within yourself? You know, as above, so below. As within, so without. Okay, so it's gonna manifest in your reality some way or some way or the other, right? Number 6, we got order, the correct sequence of thought and action. Okay, you know, you hear this saying, you can't put the horse before the wagon, or something like, or the wagon before the horse, you know what I'm saying? So, and lastly here, it's all about harmony, one accord, working together, teamwork, partnership, relationship, a pleasing arrangement. And lastly, the world is equally divided between good and evil. You know, your next act will pretty much tilt the scale in your reality. You know, there are people here to lift people up. There are some people to tear people down. So let's talk about tapping into your Christ consciousness before we dive right into my own takeaways. Okay, guys? So from the, when you first land here, it's all about grounding yourself. You know, you have no idea what's going on. You absorbing all this information. Over time, you start to, piece things together. Okay, Santa Claus is real. The Easter Bunny is real. You start to have more awareness, feeling, discrimination, love, expression. That's when you hit a pivotal point. You start to express yourself, vision, divinity, time, soul, this transmutation and connection, and that yin and the yang. That's when you really start tapping into yourself around this 11 master number, right? Enlightenment. Then moving on up, the yin yang, polarity, similarities, harmony, freedom. You tapping into that kundalini, mastery, abundance, clarity, knowledge, creation, manifestation, alignment, peace, wisdom, enjoyment. Okay, and then you have forgiveness, faith, grace. And then when you hit that 33rd, right, that Christ within you, because you know who you are, why you're here on the planet this time, even though it may not be clear, you know where you're going. Okay, nobody can fool you anymore. It's the principle of the Christ consciousness. I am, you are, we are. We here to do the business. Okay, but you got to start from grounding yourself. Okay, so with that being said, fam, it's all about really acknowledging that each and every experience is a lesson. It's a situation. It's a scenario set up, just like a classroom. So you got to be serious, okay? And now that that you realize that every experience is a learning, it's a test for you to pass. You look at your whole entire life a whole different way. I hope that makes sense. I want to just slow this stuff down, okay? I got the notification. So, but again, all is mental. It's all about, balancing the polarity, because within the throne of God within you, okay? So, you got Israel. Is the spirit, Ra is the mind, balance equal, a manifest of consciousness represented as El, which is the God within you. Okay, so it's time to make peace with the mirror and watch your reflection change. Okay, so start loving yourself. Okay, so with that being said, I want to here are some basic rules for being a human, and this is taken from ancient Sanskrit from my ancestor. Okay, fam, let's get it rocking. Number 1, you already know when you land down here, okay, from stars, you like, hey, let me help uplift the energy, frequency and vibration of the planet. I got my parent. You manifest down here, you receive a body, and you may like it or not, but it will be yours for the entire period round. So love yourself. Stop making all these modifications. You chose that body for a reason. What's the reason? So your talents and gifts are with you. Okay, so are you tapping into yourself? So self-love and gratitude is really gonna take you far and help you to tap into your heart chakra. Okay, fam, I hope that makes sense. Number 2, you're gonna learn a whole bunch of lessons. So if you say you ain't learned no lessons and you ain't going through nothing, man, I don't know what you're going through. Everybody that I know personally, they going through things. Okay, good or bad, everybody's going through something. Okay, so just to let you know what the hell you are, newcomers, okay? You are enrolled in a full-time information school called Life. Each day, this school, in this school, you will have the opportunity to learn lessons. You may like the lesson, or you may think they are irrelevant or stupid, right? It's your choice, but it'll be your choice if you want to get recycled too, okay? Number 3, there are no mistakes, okay? Stop worrying about mistakes and failure. There are no mistakes, only lessons. All right. Growth is part of the process. It's a process of trial and error and experimentation. So the failed experience are just as much as part of the process as the experiment that actually works. Okay. So these are the things that really, really helped me along my path in my early stages in childhood. I realized early, especially I was an athlete, I was like, man, if I kept missing, but I kept adjusting my shot as a basketball player. So the mistake was helping me with my adjustments. And then I got the experience but with the adjustments to adjust my aim and the how hard to shoot it, and then I got the knowledge and it made me wise. So I had to really break it down in layman's terms so you can take just the simple concept of basketball and to apply it to your life. Okay, so you gotta crawl before you walk. Okay, same like with the ABCs. You didn't know it the first day. Same thing with the first day on the job. It took you maybe a week, 30 days, 90 days before you got into the swing of things. You get what I'm saying? But don't be so hard on yourself. Take your time, but be intentional and really be, pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, be intentional with everything and pay attention. 4, a lesson is repeated until it is learned. Like I mentioned to you before, a lesson will be presented to you in various forms. I said this in many presentations until you learn that lesson, and then you can graduate to the next lesson. Congratulations. All right, especially if you made it to this presentation. So number 5, learning lessons do not end. All right, so when you learn a really big lesson, it's not over. It's okay to celebrate. Don't sit there too long. It's a never ending story. Okay, it's all about transformation and atonement. Okay, there's no part of life that does not contain its lessons. All right, so if you are alive and you are moving around and you are aware of what you're doing, there are lessons to be learned. So keep your mind sharp and always keep learning new things each and every day to build those new brain cells. Okay, your brain is a muscle. Number 6, there is not better than here. So what does that mean? Be grateful for where you at, okay? Because there are people that would love to be in your shoes. So when your there has become here, you would easily obtain another there that would again look better than here. You get what I'm saying? So in other words, don't get caught up in the glitz and glamour of things. Appreciate what you have and build a solid, continue to build on that foundation that you already have. Everything happened for a reason. There are no accidents or coincidences, if that makes sense. As we get ready to close things out, fam, other people that you see are merely mirrors of you, your own universe. Okay, so you cannot love or hate something about another person unless it reflects something about something you love or hate about yourself. Okay, it's an inner outer experience. For you to not like me or love me, right, you must not love something about yourself, because all I've been doing is showing nothing but divine love and inspiration and encouragement for each and every one of you guys that been viewing these presentations, right or wrong, right? So for you to not like, thumbs up, and say thank you on a presentation, man, you really not showing appreciation for yourself, because you just looking at yourself, giving you a confirmation to remind you like, hey, you got this. All right, so when you know better, you do better. As we close things out, what you make of your life and your time is completely up to you. And I say this all the time with my children, each and every day, be intentional. At least 15 minutes a day. We all get 24 hours a day. What are you doing with those 24 hours? Completely up to you. I mean, I got receipts for all the things that I do with my 24 hours, but what do you have? Okay, so it's not about me, it's all about you. That's why I want to help you to level up, because I reached a certain level, like, man, okay, why are my peers, they not leveling up too? So there's a chink in the chain somewhere, so I'm here to unchink the chain. All right, so with that being said, I'm here to remind you that reflection, I love you, I value you, I appreciate you, I care about you. You are smarter than what you've been told. They lied to you completely. And you have all the tools and resources that you need and desire in life. What you do with them is completely up to you. All right, but make each day count. Stop wasting your time, stop wasting a day. All right, build a brick, take a brick each day if you have to. You don't have to build a whole house, all right, or a whole section. Lay down a brick, be intentional with those 15 minutes, and then you can promote yourself to like 30 minutes to an hour, but start somewhere. Okay, all right, with that, as we close things out, lastly, like I've been telling you from the very beginning, all right, you don't need no guru, no mentor. I'm just here to remind you of stuff that you already know. All right, that's why I make it seem so easy. Okay, because I'm tapping into my intuition and it just flows out like water, baby. You know what I'm saying? So all the answers lies inside of you. The answers to life questions, every life question that you need, lies inside of you and your genetics and in the ethers, okay, in the spirit realm. So all you need to do is really, I'm serious, just sit with yourself, look, listen, and trust your own inner voice, your own energy. I hope that makes sense. So guys, this has been my takeaways when it comes to spiritual awakening, the universal earth, your heart simulation, and really, the things that you need to do to get your butt to the next level and level up, especially in your heart level, and the rest is up to you. But I did my part. All right, so the ancestors say, hey Chris, you need to share it. I said, okay, I got you. All right, but guys, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. If you appreciate the content, drop a thank you. If you really appreciate the content, I'm giving you some high quality information with references. You can cash app me. I have a cash app information down below. You can cash up $1 if you like. Okay, it really doesn't matter. It's all about your intent, cause and effect. The universe is going to give you what you lose tenfold. Okay, but I value and I appreciate you, and each and every one of you deserve nothing but the best. So that's why I'm giving you the best quality information. All right, and what you do with it is completely up to you. All right, guys, but we will be back with another presentation soon, and we'll continue with this spiritual awakening process. And I just want to touch a little bit on spiritual awakening, depression symptoms, and some things you may go through along your journey. Okay, but again, guys, this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Take care of yourself, love yourself. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.